Welcome to Brunswick Beat,
Brunswick County's only television news show, brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. I'm Rachel Johnson.
And I'm Stacy Manning. The Brunswick County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting death of a 28-year-old woman on Monday morning in Sunset Beach. Megan Elizabeth Tysinger was pronounced dead at a home on Sea Lane. Neighbors interviewed at the scene said Tysinger had recently moved into the house with her 2 young daughters. One of the daughters was taken to a neighbor's house after Tysinger was found dead. The sheriff's office is awaiting autopsy results, but they say they do not suspect foul play.
Ryan Dilworth, the teenage son of a Holden Beach police officer, died in a single car wreck Saturday. Dilworth, a 17-year-old West Brunswick High School junior, was driving on Stanbury Road near Varnumtown around 5:30 p.m. Saturday, April 21st, when he ran off the road as he exited a curve. He traveled back onto the road, crossed the center line, and ran off the other side. He then came back on the road where his vehicle overturned. Dilworth, who was not wearing his seatbelt, was ejected from the vehicle and died. Highway Patrol says neither drugs nor alcohol are suspected. Excessive speed was not a factor in the wreck. Holden Beach police officers are collecting donations for the Dilworth family. Donations can be given to any Holden Beach police officer or sent to the Dilworth family at 2308 Weeping Oak Road, Supply 28462, or dropped off at Waccamaw Bank Branch in Holden Beach.
John Ingram VI, eldest son of Brunswick County Sheriff John Ingram, has been arrested for driving while impaired. According to Sheriff Ingram, his son, who is 21, was arrested and charged with DWI on Saturday, April 21st. The arrest was made by North Carolina Highway Patrol near Ocean Isle Beach. The younger Ingram was taken to the Brunswick County Detention Center, where he was booked, processed, and released into the sheriff's custody. The younger Ingram's blood alcohol content was 0.13, which is above the state's 0.08 limit. Sheriff Ingram said his son would complete all necessary assessments as required by law and plans to plead guilty to the charge.
Buffet dinners are back on the table in just months from being a dining option in Shallotte. Golden Corral Buffet and Grill officially broke ground on Tuesday afternoon in Shallotte across from Neighbor Dodge near Wildwood Village off of US 17. Bulldozers were hard at work in the background as town officials gathered with the new owners to celebrate. After nearly 2 years and setting their sights on several locations in Shallotte, Mickey Chance of Chance Hospitality and his family are bringing Golden Corral to town. The restaurant is projected to open on or before August 1st and is anticipated to bring between 60 and 80 jobs to the area.
Early voting is underway in Brunswick County at the Brunswick County Board of Elections in Bolivia and at 3 satellite locations throughout Brunswick County. Poll workers reported steady voting turnout last Thursday, the first day of early voting. Election day for the 2012 primary is Tuesday, May 8th. Dates, times, and locations for early voting are as follows. We continue with our election coverage this week. In this week's Beacon, you can find stories about 2 contested county commissioner primary races. In District 5, Frank Williams and Don Yalsey, both Republicans, want to succeed longtime County Commissioner Bill Sue, who is not seeking re-election. In District 3, 3 Republicans want to oust Charles Warren, who is seeking re-election. Challenging Warren are Joe Agavino, Pat Sykes, and Wantana Frink. Don't forget to watch our debate on ATMC TV. It airs from 9 to 10 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and is also available on demand. It will air until Election Day, Tuesday, May 8th.
Crown Management, the only entity to bid on the purchase of the former Brunswick Community Hospital, has withdrawn its offer. Brunswick County Manager Marty Lawing said Crown Management, who announced plans to locate an acute care psychiatric treatment facility and psychiatric residential facility in the old hospital, withdrew its $1.5 million offer on April 11th. Despite a fairly lengthy process to sell the hospital for the best price, Crown Management's $1.5 million offer was the only offer the county received for the 60-bed hospital facility and the 32 acres of land on which it sits.
Several National Guard units were in town last week for an extended training exercise at the Cape Fear Regional Jetport in Oak Island. A flight crew, a firefighting unit, and an air traffic control unit took over the airport where they conducted multiple training exercises focused on air traffic control and flight operations. One training exercise included firefighters rescuing a flight crew from a downed Black Hawk helicopter. For more photos from this training exercise, pick up this week's Beacon.
If you didn't know Jack, well, his son and family can tell you about him. Jack Todd, longtime proprietor of his namesake business, Captain Jack's Seafood Market in Ocean Isle Beach, is being remembered by his family after he passed away suddenly on April 15th. Todd, a jack of all trades with roots that ran deep in Brunswick County, was one of the greats, said his daughter-in-law, Karen Hockett. Jack Todd's wife, Wilma, and his son, Jack, continue to run the longtime seafood market. Look for a full story in this week's Beacon and drop by the market to share your memories with the family. Find all of these stories and much more in this week's Beacon, available on newsstands now.
Hi, I'm Stacy Manning, Managing Editor of the Brunswick Beacon. Do you have a community event you'd like to tell our community about? You can email it to me at editor@brunswickbeacon.com, or you can log on to our website at www.brunswickbeacon.com. Look for the Submit News icon near the top right-hand corner of the page. Deadlines are noon each Friday.
Welcome to the Beacon Sports Report. In a conference game April 18th in which West Brunswick girls soccer team played sometimes with as few as 9 players on the field, the Lady Trojans beat West Bladen 7-0 at West Bladen. Carla Zio, off an assist from Skylar Jenkins, scored the Trojans' final goal 23 seconds after the start of the second half in a heavy rain. The game ended shortly thereafter. West scored its first goal quicker than it did its last. Carson Lewis scored in the first 15 seconds. The Lady Trojans went on to beat West Bladen 5-0 on Friday and East Bladen 6-0 on Monday. West Brunswick is 7-2 in the conference. The South Brunswick boys tennis team beat West Brunswick 7-2 on April 17th at Ocean Isle Beach Park Tennis Center. The win marked the Cougars' 30th consecutive conference victory. South won 4 of the singles matches and swept the 3 doubles matches. The matches were played on Senior Day for West, and its 2 victories came from seniors Jason Huff and Justin Davis. There was a different kind of surfing going on at Ocean Isle Beach last weekend as 2 World Championship surfers gave clinics and greeted fans at Surf Unlimited Surf Shop. Colin McPhillips and Byron Kirk conducted a stand-up paddling instructor certification course. Paddleboarding is the fastest rising sport of water sports. Read all of these stories and see more great photos in this week's sports section of the Beacon.
I'm at the Brunswick County Animal Shelter today with Louie. Louie is a 2-year-old tabby. His owner could no longer keep him, and he has been neutered. He's the sweetest boy. He's purring right now in his cage here at the shelter, and he would make a wonderful pet. There are other cats here who also would make wonderful pets, so come on out and visit with them. The public visitation hours at the shelter are from 10 to 4, Mondays through Fridays, and the shelter is located out here on Green Swamp Road, and there's also plenty of dogs who need new homes too, so come on out.
It's been a Brunswick County icon for the past 80 years. Woody's Grocery on Holden Beach Road just outside of Shiloh is celebrating its 80th year. 80 years ago, Woody Fulford's father, Isaiah Fulford, borrowed $25 and started a business that is still in operation today. At the time, the store sold groceries and gas, even though there were only a handful of cars on the road. To walk down memory lane with Woody, pick up this week's Beacon and read about how the store has transformed over the last 80 years.
It's back. Local celebrities are ready to showcase their best dance moves, and it's for a good cause. On Wednesday, April 18th, the names of the stars and their professional dance partners were unveiled for the 2012 Dancing with the Brunswick County Stars. The event is a fundraiser sponsored by the Brunswick Community College Foundation. This year's theme is Dancing Through the Decades. 22 stars are dancing to help raise funds for scholarships at Brunswick Community College. Here's a list of this year's participants. Years ago, Johnny McCarty put words to paper to convey a true family story about his mother being abducted by her father back in rural West Virginia during the Great Depression. At the end of McCarty's first book, My Name is Maisel, his mother is finally reunited with her mother, who had never stopped looking for her. At 10 a.m. next Thursday, May 3rd, McCarty will continue the story where he left off in his first book. McCarty will speak at Coffee with the Authors at Sunset River Marketplace Art Gallery on Beach Drive in Calabash. There's no admission fee to next week's event, but due to space limitation, reservations are required. For more information, call Sunset River Marketplace at 575-5999 or visit its website at sunsetrivermarketplace.com. A charity motorcycle poker run to benefit the Injured Marine Semper Fi Fund is scheduled for Saturday, April 28th in Shiloh. Registration is at 9 a.m. to noon at Beach House Harley-Davidson on US 17. The ride begins at noon. The cost is a $20 per hand donation. The event is part of a larger fundraiser, Operation Awakening. Organizers are planning a 100-mile poker ride Saturday in Brunswick County. For more information, call Mike Graham at 910-393-9333.
Holden Beach is ready to bobble. The town's annual bobble race, when numbered apples are released on the Intercoastal Waterway to determine cash winners, is just one of the highlights of this year's Days at the Docks festivities this Saturday and Sunday. Sponsored by the Greater Holden Beach Merchants Association, the festival is once again a two-day event after taking place just one day last year. Organizers anticipate 50 arts and crafts vendors, about a dozen food vendors, and an array of onstage entertainment. The festival is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunday. Admission is free and there's plenty of free parking.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you have comments or suggestions for us at Brunswick Beat, you can email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. Don't forget to follow the Beacon on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a brand new edition of Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only television news show. Don't forget to drop by the Schlope Farmers Market this Saturday between 8 a.m. and noon as it kicks off the season. We close out this week's show with images from the 2012 Special Olympics.